Good evening, Uncle Al. You beat me into you beat me into the stream today. Oh man, please hit the like button. Two in the house. I don't see any likes. You might want to hit the like button yourself. Oh man. Uh uh Thank you for being first, my friend and mentor. Joseph Moore, hello. Hey, good to see you in here. Thank you for coming in and thank you for the like. Idaho Garden Girl, welcome. Mosai, welcome. 6048, 6.21 subscribers. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Hope everybody had a really nice Sunday. Or if you're in the other part of the world, good morning. I know it's Monday over on the Pacific Rim. The Black Widow channel. Hello, Black Widow. And Little Lone Prepper. I have not checked my comments from my video that I released this morning. I have right at 40 views on it. Not the greatest in the world, but it's getting views, sort of. I released a collection of Uncle Al, Die Bullfrog 79, Alan Sato. I released a series of screenshots of him holding up cardboard, wearing different clothes, different hats, shouting out my channel, which I truly appreciate. And I really appreciate his support, and he really puts out good content. He is old school, and he supports a lot of people, and I'm fortunate to be one of them. Make a playlist for shorts. Okay, I will do that. Never thought that. Yeah, I need to. It's been about 2 weeks. I need to submit that two-step and the paperwork. I just hadn't done it. I'm bad. I'm sorry. I'm bad. I haven't really felt like doing anything. I forced myself to do stuff these days, and somebody said take a few days off from YouTube, and probably should. I'll be on spring break next week. I'll have 9 days as of Friday. 9 days. I'm planning on getting my wellness checkup done. I'm not happy with my weight. it's like the Russian frontier. I'm expanding, if you know what I mean. And I'm not happy about that. Trina, this and that, welcome. Trina, Trina's this and that, welcome. I have not done any community wall post. I did a short yesterday, and it has about 150 some odd views, which is about average for me on shorts. And then I did my video, which I put together today. It's like 2 minutes long. I mean, I've put it to music, you know, and it slapped a bunch of shots together. And I think it really came out nice. You know, my big victory is having the energy at the end of the day to do an hour or so, you know, live stream, and to actually coherently talk about stuff. I don't have the oomph that I used to have. We're about 7 minutes into the video. Live stream, 8 in the house, and 6 likes. If you have not left a like, please leave a like to support the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. 10 in the house. So, I sometimes think, what should I talk about? Uncle Al says, stick on topic. stick on topic, don't drift, you know. And I keep wanting to throw in, you know, life and work and things in the news, you know, that are happening. And I know you can get your news, you know, elsewhere, and you don't need my take on the news. But I look at things in the news and I think, why do we prep? Well, that's why we prep, because what's going on in the news, you know? That's the reason we prep. We have to be ready to face, you know, life and life's challenges. And, you know, and there are challenges in life. Things happen. Lots of things happen. So, I had been buying certain things on a regular basis. One of the things that I've been buying is I've been buying various boxes of rations, MREs. I bought Warnick, mainly Warnick and Sapaco, and those are companies that produce rations for the military. Rations are going up in price. Nowadays, you want a box of rations, you're going to pay $150 for a 12-pack of the military rations, a case A or a case B. You might get a 24, like the 2-case, an A and a B, that's 3 or 4 years old, and you might get it for $250, $60 if you buy two together, and you'll get 24 meals. So if you're paying $250 for 24, then you're looking at a little over $10 per ration. Corned beef hash. I love corned beef hash. I got a bunch of canned corned beef hash. That's one of the things I was buying over at Walmart when I was buying a lot of canned goods. I mean, you know, we buy canned goods today. I tend to buy by the case. I buy a lot of that stuff at Sam's. This last trip that I took to Sam's, I really was not buying. I bought chili, but I wasn't buying like corn, peas, green beans, you know. I wasn't buying this other stuff that I normally would buy, and we've got cases of. Um, but I've been buying, and you know, and the other thing you need to think about is when you buy, you want to get bang for your buck. So you buy stuff, you start looking, it doesn't cost you anything to window shop. It doesn't cost you anything to look and compare for prices. So if you look at um, buying a box of something, like a lot of the components you can buy, you'll buy 12. You get 12 in a box. And a box will cost you $25, $26. Say $26 for a box of 12. So you're paying a little over $2 per item, you know. So whether you're buying um, cookies, shelf stable cookies, or you're buying shelf stable bread items, or if you're buying like other desserts, bread type desserts, um, sides and various things, you're paying over $2 a piece for them. So if I buy a case of rations, and let's say I can get a case of and I've been buying lots of humanitarian rations because of the components, and I mix and match stuff. Like if I actually eat the stuff, I mix and match it. I eat what I like. What I don't like, I sometimes give it away, but I mean I have it. And I love the shelf stable cookies. The shortbread cookies, the oatmeal cookies, the chocolate chip cookies. I love the shelf stable cookies. And you get a 12 pack of those, and you pay $26 for 12. So if I buy a case of humanitarian daily rations, and let's say, and I can get them for $35 a case delivered, tax title license delivered, it's going to have 20, because if you look at some of the stuff that you can go and look at it, it'll tell you what's in it. It's going to have 2 meals and snacks and such. So it will have 2 shelf stable cookies. It'll have usually a shortbread, and it will have a oatmeal or a chip cookie or some such. It'll have 2 cookies. So if you get a case of 10 24-hour rations, and what you're lacking is you're lacking the beverage powder, and you're lacking the ration heaters. And truthfully, the ration heaters aren't worth a SHIT. Excuse my language. U.S. flameless ration heaters, flip a coin if it's going to work. And you better put some salt in it. That's a trick. You put some salt in it. So if you have a little packet of salt, you put that in it when you put the water in. And it may activate. It may help activate it. But it's better to heat water and boil it. Just basically put it in a pot of water. And you can do the same thing if you're using like Hormel Completes or Dingy Moores, or you can basically put those retort pouches, because they're plastic retort pouches. They're 8 ounces. You put them in, and that's how how you can heat them if you don't have a microwave available. Glitches. Well, I mean, that's just one component. Cookies is just one component. You get crackers. You get shelf-stable crackers with peanut butter and jelly. So you'll get 2 packs of crackers. Now, it varies between what company you're dealing with, because, all 3 of the companies make the humanitarian daily rations. All 3 of the companies that produce MREs for the military make humanitarian daily rations, with the U.S. government and FEMA gives out for emergencies. So you'll get 2 packs of the shelf-stable crackers. I was able to buy a case of the crackers previously, and you'll get 50 in a box. They're not selling them right now. You want the crackers, you gotta buy rations. They'll be in rations. So you start looking at what all you get in a 10-pack case of the 24-hour rations. You get 20 cookies. You get 20 crackers. The two crackers that you break up, and you get 20 of those. You get 10 peanut butters and 10 jellies. You get Pop-Tarts. Each pack usually has Pop-Tarts. Some of them will have smoothies. So you get smoothies, which is as a dessert. You'll get 20 mains. Right now, mains are going for like $3 a piece if you buy mains. You buy a set of mains and they're like $3 a piece. So you start looking at all these different components that, if it's like building a car. You buy a car, it's expensive. You buy a new car, it's expensive. But you look at all the components that go into buying a car, to putting you having a car, and you buy the individual components, and it's like 3-4 times as much. Well, it's the same thing. So a smart thing to do is, instead of spending $26, $27 on a box of 12 of something, get a case of humanitarian rations for $35, $36, $37, depending on, depending on what, what's on. And you get all these different components, which is so much more. You spend an extra $10 and you get so much more for it. So that's one of the things. Hello, Holly. Thank you for coming in. So that's one of the things that you need to think about when you're thinking about food. Why would anybody want to blah, 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 blah? Well, that stuff will last 15 or 20 years. It'll be good 15. As long as you keep it out of the heat in a dry place, in the where the temperature's in the 70s, stuff will last 15, 20 years. And, you buy cans of stuff, or you buy, various items at the store. And a lot of this stuff has a shelf life of 6 months or less. I'll give you an example. White rice versus brown rice. Well, you know, white rice, you store it properly and it'll be good way down the road. Years and years and years down the road, you store it properly. You know, store it in Mylar, put an oxygen absorber, a moisture absorber, put it in a food grade bucket with a lid on it, store it, you know, in a temperate storage, and years and years from now, it'll be good. You can't do that with brown rice. Brown rice tastes better. It's better for you, probably. A little more nutrition in it. But that stuff you can't store for 6 months. It'll be bad. Now, to give you an example of shelf stable, freeze dried, you get freeze dried rice, and it's good for 30 years. You get freeze dried brown rice, and they'll say it'll be good for 5 years. Well, 5 years is a long time, you know, and that's a lot longer than 6 months. You know, if you just have it and you just have a bag of it, 6 months from now you better have eaten it or start, you know, it's not going to be good. Very long after that. Maybe good after 6 months, maybe good after 7 months, 8 months. But I wouldn't want to eat it if it was a year old. White rice, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Lazy's got a 50-pound bag of white rice right behind me that I haven't put in Mylar and been sitting there for a couple of months. And I haven't put it in Mylar yet. I've got a couple of shelves, food grade buckets sitting back there ready to go with 5-gallon Mylar bags and all the what you need with the lids, and I just hadn't done it. I need to do it. I've got a bunch of that that's stored properly. You know. So pasta's good. Pasta's good. I like pasta. So, fat man, I'm going to go to the doctor next week, not this week, but next week I'll be off for 9 days, and I'm going to go have my wellness checkup and see what sort of diet they can put me on. Yoda! Yoda! You need Yoda! My friend Dave! Dave from Georgia, Mr. Yoda. How you doing? Dave, I'm already thinking about stuff I'm planning on sending you an Echo that, you know, for shit hits the fan, excuse my language. I'm already thinking about another box. I'm going to send you some stuff and different stuff that you need, trying to get you guys ready for an emergency. My friend, and I will tell you, I think so highly of you people. Alan Sato and David Vanderford, and I can name a few others. You know, just I think the world of you people. I wish we lived closer together. I'm sort of in the middle. Uncle Al is out in California, and my friend Dave is in Georgia. You know, ancestral homeland. He's living not too far from where my family, you know, came from. My father's family, and he and Echo. Wonderful people. I introduced them online to each other, you know, or I guess, you know, they got phone numbers and such, and, you know, I was sort of like their fairy godfather or whatever, you know, put them together. And they're so, you know, they've been together for 7 or 8 months now, and really wonderful people, both of them. They got very good channels, Living My Best Life at 60. And Dave keeps changing. You know, it used to be Guru and Wahoo the Turtle back in the day, and now it's Yoda Vintage Cards. But you know, Dave's gonna he's gonna change things up. and very very intelligent man, very very good people. Um, so I've been talking. Um, well, I honestly believe if we were to go back and do some research, we probably are. You know, I've got such a huge extended family. Um, you know, in my family names, um, the Howells, my great grandmother was a Howell, and or my grandmother was a Howell. My great grandfather was a Baptist pastor, and her father was a Baptist pastor. So my grandfather married a preacher's daughter and 9 kids. My father was the eldest, you know, eldest son of 9 kids. And the only one still alive is my Uncle Howard, who's 93. He's the baby. My father was 17 years older than my Uncle Howard. Uncle Howard's going to be 94 pretty soon. KP Heathen. I tell you what, KP, I got all your components together. I just haven't been able to get that damn box. I will try, if I can remember to tomorrow, to stop at Office Depot on the way home. Um, I make a slight detour, and it's not really out of my way. It's one of the two ways that I would go to work. And Office Depot is, I'm probably going to stop and go into Office Depot and get that box. I'd have to go an extra 3 or 4 miles in the opposite direction from where I live to go to the other Walmart from my work. And I just hadn't done it. But KP will be the next recipient of my box. And I'm glad you're not in a hurry. SHTF might come and go, you know, might be the second coming. but oh Lord have mercy. You know, and that's the thing. What happens when the supply chain breaks down? They got tons of boxes. They got the very small ones and they got the very big ones. And I need the middle one, you know, and they're out of them. And they've been out of them, you know, for a week or so. I went over there several times, you know, recently, and I was over there yesterday, and they didn't have them. But I will get everything together, and I'll do my video, and I'll release it as a premiere probably, and there'll be some stuff in there, and I'll have fun doing it, and hopefully y'all have fun watching it. Yeah, World War III. And I don't like to, you know, I don't like to get into politics. You know, I do not like to get into politics. But I will say this. My wallet, I vote my wallet. You know, I vote my safety and I vote my wallet. And that's, you know, that's my politics. My safety and my wallet. Belinda's Country Living. Thank you for coming in, Belinda. Good to see you. Belinda puts out some good stuff. She's got a beautiful kitchen. She's been playing with her air fryer. My wife has an air fryer. She uses it regularly. Yes, please watch the replay and leave a like. We are right at about 30 minutes into the video. 11 in the house, 12 likes. A little slower than normally. I guess Sunday people are doing other things, which I understand. Also, a lot of people go to church Sunday evenings. They'll have church in morning, and then they'll have, like, sometimes, like, they'll get together with the pastor, you know, pastor and such. Hey, Black Widow, take care. I will run something tonight. And Dave, I'll be running. I'm trying to help. I know I run some of your stuff, but I'm really trying to help Echo. So I'm hitting her live streams, trying to get her watch time. So back to what I was saying. I'm going to do a video where I'm going to open up a case and spread out what's in it. And I do a lot, you know, like I open up cases and I open up bags and I spread components out and then I put stuff together where you can mix and match. And but I've been focusing on certain things. I've been focusing on certain things like number 10 cans. I've been focusing on items that support meals. I've been buying Agassiz Farms powdered milk, freeze-dried milk. I decided I'd try a nutrient survival. I just got this in the last day or two, a couple of days. 50 servings, 30 essential nutrients, and a 25-year shelf life. No artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. Just add water, ready in minutes. Gluten-free, soy-free. Set on top of another. I need to go make room in the pantry for it. Hey, Verna. Welcome, Vay's Place. I ran one of yours today. It was a couple of hours. Did a replay. And I support those who support me. It's a good way to think about it. Support those who support you. We dance with those who brought us. An old Southern saying. We dance with those who brought us. Mr. Whistle, welcome. Really? Well, thank you. Here's the thing. I use it. I mix it up at school for the kids. You know, sad thing is my kids. I'm working at a school that's 92%. Parents are 92% of the parents are below the poverty level. So all the kids get free lunch. They get free breakfast. They get free lunch. And my kids sometimes come to school hungry. And they'll come in after breakfast is over. So I'll send a paraprofessional over. Kids will, you know, like they have cereals and various things, fruit, milk, juices, and they leave them. And they put them out, and they're not allowed to recycle them. Once they go out, they can't put them back in and serve them again. So different people will go and pick them up, and they'll take them, you know, to their offices. And kids are hungry, and they feed kids. I feed kids, you know. But a lot of times, you know, there's a shortage of the milks, so we'll mix up milk. You know, I'm gonna take some to work tomorrow, powdered milk, and we'll mix up, you know, a quart at a time. We'll mix up milk, and they can use them for cereal. It's not brain surgery, but thank you. I appreciate that, Dave. And I wouldn't. I would keep that. I'd keep a lot of that. I know you've got a grandkid now that drinks milk. I'd keep that for the kid. You know, like I tell people, if you want to do for me, you don't need to send me anything. I'm not struggling financially. What you send me is send me watch time, send me views, send me likes, leave me comments, watch time. You know, that's You want to help me? That's how you bless me. Somebody just suggested that I put together a playlist of shorts. So I'm going to put together a playlist of my shorts. And you say, well, how many shorts have I done? I doubt I've done 60. Since I've been doing shorts, I doubt I've done 60 shorts. Probably done 30, 35, or 40. I don't do that many shorts. You know, if I do one short a week, yes, hey, I did a short. You know, sometimes, whoa, he released 2 shorts this week. You know, it's like he did 2 shorts. You know, I don't, and I mean, there are people who do 4, 5, or 6 a day. You know, and I don't, and I'm not that creative, and I just don't put up crap. You know, if I do a short, it's probably going to try to be something other that I feel like is interesting or something worthy of putting up, not just putting up clickbait or whatever. But really, well, they might make it for themselves, but I don't have a playlist of my shorts, and it's not up on my, you know, I've got a playlist of my live streams where I've strung all my live streams together. The last few are not in there. I've got to put them on my playlist, and then I've got a playlist of videos that probably be everything I've released in the last year. I mean, everything since I started editing, and I started editing maybe 14, 15 months ago. Most everything since I started editing is on my playlist. But the stuff from the prior 2 or 3 years, no. No. I don't. I had not put that on a playlist. Evelyn Official. Evelyn, thank you for coming in. And everybody, thank you for leaving likes. 14 in the house, 16 likes. So yesterday, my live stream, a little less than 100 views. The actual stream, about 75 maybe. I had like 25, 26 people who actually went in and identified themselves and left comments. But I think about 95 views on that one. I don't get as many views as I used to. You know, if you check some of my earlier stuff out, I'd have 150 views on a live stream, and I haven't been doing that. And my videos are not getting the views that they used to get. I mean, if you look back at the time before I started working this year, I was getting 400 or 500 views on a video. Now I'm getting less than 100 to 100 views, maybe a little over 100, you know, and that's like after a week. So I'm not getting the view. I don't have the people viewing that were viewing. I was getting a couple of thousand different people coming into my channel a month. I think right now, this last week, I think it said I had like a couple of hundred people that were that had visited my channel this last week, a couple of hundred. So, you know, it is what it is. Hey, take care, Verna. Appreciate you. Do comments count? I understand likes count. I understand that likes, the more likes you get, that YouTube pushes it out to a bigger audience. It'll put it in recommendeds. It'll go out to wider. It'll go out to wider viewership. One thing I will tell you, hit the notifications bell for the channels that you watch regularly. I have about 100 channels that I get notifications for. I am subscribed to 1,900 channels. A little over 1,900 channels. I am subscribed to over 1,900 channels. And I have 1,500 and I've lost a few. This last month I lost 4 viewers. I'm 4 down for the last month. I'm not up, I'm down. I'm 4 down. I'm at 1,516 right now. And I've been steady at that for about the last 2 months. My channel hasn't been growing for a couple of months. I haven't grown any in the last couple of months. I've been getting lots of watch hours, which I need for monetization. You know, to reach that 4,000, I just need to submit the paperwork on it. But from what I understand, views and likes are what you need. Views and likes. Once you're monetized, you need views and likes. And you know, and you get people who put out, they put out tons of content. They put out, shit, there are people who put out like 10 shorts a day. I don't know how they do it. You know, where they get the ideas for these, you know, and some of them, you know, like I look at their stuff and they're pretty good. You know, they're good. It's like, where the hell do you have the time? Where do you have the energy to be putting out this crap? You know, I don't know. I do not know. Mike Crush Reviews. Hey, Mike, thank you for coming in. I'm sure I'm behind, Mike. I'm sure you put up something in the last few days and I haven't looked at it. But I will. I mean, Mike is like, you know, Uncle Al. When Uncle Al puts out a video, I watch the whole damn thing, you know. I watch the whole video. And sometimes I'll make 3 or 4. I try to keep it down to about 3, but I'll usually make about 3 comments. Oftentimes, I will, when I start watching, I'll go in and I'll leave a general comment, and then I'll indicate like number, whatever like number it is, and I'll say blessings and leave a prayer sign and a thumbs up. And then later in the video, I'll comment about something I heard that I'm interested in, or I agree with, or I question, and then I'll make another comment. And sometimes I make 3 comments. You know, like with Mike, I usually do about 3 comments for Mike. I don't know if he appreciates it or not. You know, he usually responds to one with a, and then maybe he'll click the you know, little heart, you know, on the other 2. But I mean, I tend to make multiple comments, and you know, I'll say this: Mike is like me. He tends to boil. If he's doing rations, he boils them. He puts them in the water, he boils them, and he has to dry them off because those flameless ration heaters aren't worth a crap. And I've got tons of them. I got tons of flameless ration heaters. So like when I buy a case of humanitarian daily rations and they don't have the flame, I don't care. I've got flameless ration. If I need to, I can pull out. You know, I got a big stack of flameless ration heaters, unused. I can pull them out. Now I like the foreign ones. The ones that come from out of the U.S., they're a lot better, and they work a lot better. You know, and then I ask, when it comes to that kind of stuff, I will ask, well, they say that you pick up subs and shorts. For one, traditionally recently my shorts get a lot more views than my videos. So the people who are viewing my videos are people who are mainly subscribed to me, who follow me. So like when I'm doing these videos of my unboxings and such, they get 60, 70, 75, 80 views. One of them here recently went over 100. These goodie boxes I'm giving away, they get a certain number of views. And these are mainly people who follow me that look at my stuff. Mostly. Not too many new people are looking at my videos. However, there are new people coming in, I'm sure, into my shorts. You know, they'll put that out, you know, a lot, sometimes it'll be recommended. Some of my shorts, you know, they'll get 800, 1,000. I had one that had the biggest one I've ever had. I had one here recently, got 1,800 views. And like over 1,200 new people saw it. Now, did I pick up any new subscribers from it? I don't think so. That was during this period here, you know, where I haven't really been picking up any new channels. And I'm not going out and I'm not going out hunting subscribers. You know, I'm not going out hunting subscribers. 10 in the house, 18 likes, 46 minutes in. I'll be here for another 15 minutes. I'm going to try to keep it to about an hour. Uncle Al keeps on my butt about, you're drifting, it's too long, cut her off, you know, the algorithm, you know, analytics. He feels like they screw with you, you know, and I know they screw with you, and he struggled to get to his 2,000. He's over 2,000 now. He struggled, he broke his ASS trying to get up to over 2,000. He was right there at it. It was like, you know, Justin Green, Pastor Green. He struggled to get over 1,000. Man, I did everything I could to get that guy over 1,000. I was begging people to subscribe to his channel. I said, you know, please subscribe on your backup channel. You know, I've got a backup channel, secondary channel, and I transfer stuff over on it and put it in private in case something ever happens to my main channel, that I can go ahead and start re-releasing stuff on my backup channel. I don't think I'd do that. I have 32 subscribers on my backup channel. And I really don't put out content on my backup channel. I use it I'll use it to give watch time to people on a device, and I use it to store stuff that I upload on my main channel. Okay, I gotta go. Uncle Al said it was a good review. I gotta go watch it. Cooking up some pineapple and some Hawaiian brats for the wife's lunch this week. My backup channel's name is David Lynn Taco Talk. If you look at my 2-minute montage that I put together for Uncle Al, it will show a screenshot of my backup channel at the end of it. Let me see. Ooh. Let me see if I can find it. I'm looking for it. Belinda, this is my backup channel. Be prepared, Taco Talk, whatever you want to call it. That's my backup channel. I just linked it. If you want to subscribe it, feel free to. I used to just basically go by David Lynn, and there's this black guy, younger than me, who's a street preacher, and his name is David Lynn, and his channel's a lot bigger than mine. He's got 30,000, I think he's got like 30,000 subscribers. And when you go and you look for David Lynn, he pulls up. And you have to look for a while before you get to me. You go through a bunch of his crap before you get to me. So he said, well, you got to change the name of your channel, you know, make whatever, you know, change the name of your channel. So I did David Lynn, the Prepper Principal, because, you know, I'm a retired principal and I prep. A lot of German folks where you're at, Mike. A lot of German folks in Texas where I'm at. A lot of Bohemians, Germans, and you know, and I'm a good chunk German. Blonde hair and blue eyes, you know, and all that. Used to have hair, now it's no hair, white beard. Used to be blonde. But yeah, we love sausage. Germans love sausage. $19 likes. One more, I'll be 20. Did I miss somebody coming in? Have I missed some of you coming in? Have I overlooked anybody? Checking to see if I overlooked anybody. So back to what I was saying. You see 20? Well, that's good. I'm showing 19. But if you see 20, I believe you. So anyway, you need to make an inventory of what you have. And I say this just about every video. Do you have an inventory of your preps? Do you have a list of what you need? Do you have a plan or a budget for prepping? You know. And then what is your goal in prepping? What are you prepping for? What's your scenario or scenarios that you're prepping for? I mean, I'm way past a hurricane in my preps. I'm way past a hurricane. I'm prepping for, you know, things go away, stores close. I plan on being here for a while, you know. When everybody else is starving to death, I plan on eating my family. Society starts breaking down. I'm planning on being able to hopefully defending what's mine with those who are with me. That's what I'm planning for. Mama 4 boys, welcome. Yeah, the fall of Saigon. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will help me out. I will be running more videos, watching more videos. Creative Redundancy, thank you for coming in. You know, the other thing I will say about live streaming, certain days of the week, other people are live streaming. So you can't really be in two places. Well, you could. If you're running multiple devices, you could be basically supporting two different streams at once. There are other people who are streaming, and there are people who are on other streams, and they may pop into one stream for a little while and they pop into another stream for a little while. I mean, the average watch time on my streams is 15 minutes or so. Average. You know, there are people who pop in long enough to say hello and leave, and then there are people who stay for the whole stream. You know, and if I do a 1 hour live stream and you stay for the whole stream, that gives me 1 hour of watch time. So I always try to at least get over the hour. The hour. Like right now, I'm a few minutes shy of an hour. 10 in the house, 20 likes. Yeah, stream hoppers. I mean, I've done it. I will sometimes get up real early in the morning. I look to see who's around, and it'll be all these people over in the Philippines, in Taiwan, Japan. I'm subscribed to a number of people that they'll periodically come in and leave me a comment and a like, you know, and I've got a few people over there that we watch each other's streams. We run each other's streams on playlists. I mean, you can go in and look at my comments and see sometimes who's running my stuff, and they may not say it on the actual live stream, but they'll go into a short or they'll go into a video and they'll say, I'm running your stream right now, or I'm running blah blah blah, and they'll tell me something they're running, you know. And it doesn't have anything to do with the video that I did. They're talking about they ran such and such a live stream, because I number them, you know, and basically giving watch time. But I mean, I can talk to people about how I grew my channel, which is not really growing right now, but how I got to where I'm at. Because trust me, I was blowing and going. I was averaging over 100, and you think, well, that's nothing. But to me it was. I was averaging, in every 28-day cycle, I was averaging over 100 new subscribers. And if you look at how frequently I was doing my 100 subscriber giveaways, you know, and then if you look at how long it's been since the 14 to the 1500, and since the 1500, you know, look at when I did the 1400, and then think about how long that's been, and then how much has my channel grown since then, or since I've done the 1500. How much has my channel grown since then? Not really. Thank you for coming by, Holly. Good night. Appreciate you. You know, and there are people who come into my streams and give me some support that you know, they go to other people who stream. They're friends with other people that I may not be friends with. You know, I don't begrudge that. Sometimes it bothers you. You know, it's bothered me. I've had people who have gotten on to me about stuff. I'm no longer going to support your channel. I'm not going to watch your channel. I don't appreciate things that you've said. You know. Or, you know, I've hurt their feelings because of things I've said. I have a, you know, background in literature, history. Back in the day when I was younger, I've read so much. I have a degree in history. I have twice the number of courses required for a degree in history. I have a degree in history. I took twice the number of courses, electives, back when I was a professional student. And so So I've studied extensively the history of Christianity, the church, churches. I've studied, Western civilization, British history, U.S. history, Texas history, Mexican history, Middle Eastern history, biblical history. I took courses, Howard Payne, scripture courses, and somebody just opened the door. So, but you can hurt somebody's feelings with the truth. At one time, there was a big schism in the church. It's called the Protestant Reformation. And there was a schism between the Eastern Church and the Western Church, what they call the Roman Catholic Church and the Orthodox Church, which is now it's like the Greek Orthodox Church or Eastern Orthodox Church, the Eastern Catholics. I've studied all that, and I know when it occurred. I know why it occurred, things that the establishment of, the legalization of Christianity, because it was a legal religion for the first 300 years of existence in the Roman Empire. They would persecute Christians. The Jews persecuted Christians. They considered Jews that followed Christianity as heretics, and they'd try to kill them, stone them to death. All of the apostles, except for John, I think, who was the oldest, lived the longest time. He wrote the last book in the canon of the Bible is the book of the Revelations. And he was persecuted, but I think he's the only one, that died of natural causes, old age. All the others were martyrs. They're put to death. And I'm drifting again, Uncle Al. I'm drifting. I drifted. I'm drifting away. Drifting. All right, so tomorrow starts another week, Monday. This is a Taco Talk. I do taco. This is like Taco Talk number 32. So I've been doing this for 8 months. About 8 months. 4 a month. Right at 7 or 8 months. I'll be back for another edition of Coffee Talk tomorrow. And I'll try to have some new material to go over. I've got some stuff I'm waiting to come in. I appreciate the support that I receive. I support those who support me. Every day when I get up, I thank God for the day. I pray 2 or 3 times a day, forgiveness of sins, for my family, for health, protection from evil. I pray, when I when I pray for my wants and needs, it's usually in the Lord's Prayer, but I repeat those things, because the Lord's Prayer includes that. Give us our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses. Protect us from evil. I pray for those things. Those are things that I pray for, and the Lord said pray for. That's the Lord's Prayer. Jesus prayed that prayer. So that's what you pray. And yeah, I've had to bite my tongue this week with 2 woke sisters over the border crisis. Yeah. I make fun of that woke crap. I woke up this morning, thank the Lord. I woke. I'm not woke. I'm awake, but I'm not woke. I'll make fun of that. You know. And some people are so defensive. I was like, oh, get them a, get them a, get them a pacifier, give them a blanket, find them a safe space. Shadow Scout Swede, an ungrateful peasant, welcome. Welcome, Shadow Scout Swede. Appreciate you guys coming in. And Julianne West, welcome. Julie is from one of my native areas. She is from Wales. One of my ancestral lands. The Welsh. The Howells traditionally are from the nobility of Wales. My ancestral, the Howells, So, becoming dangerous. So guys, those of you who are just coming in, go over and watch my 2-minute video that I released today. Give it a like and a comment. I did a one on Uncle Alan Sato, de Bullfrog 79. I did a video, about a 2-minute video of him on his shout outs of my channel, screenshots of him holding up the card with my name on it, and him wearing different clothes and different hats and such. He's done it a number of times recently. One of my best supporters. I try to watch, he's got a good channel. I try to watch his stuff and support him. And I just try to give back a little bit. So everybody, please remember the Scout motto is be prepared. Everybody be prepared. And thank veterans for their service. Thank first responders for their service. Be quick to apologize when you offend somebody, whether you did it or not. Apology doesn't cost you anything. Make sure you tell people that you love them. Treat people with respect. Show your home training. Life is good, but it is what it is. And I will plan on being back tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk. Everybody, please have a blessed day. And thank you for coming. Bye.